Okay, here we go. One sec. We got three different lives going on now. So I've got YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. So, what I'm doing today. Well, first and foremost, I just found out from my supplier for my jars that I'm getting my big shipment of jars by Thursday. So I'm super pumped, and now I'm in my garage and I've got a whole bunch of mailers, right? I got like 6 boxes of these, just mailers on mailers on mailers. And what I'm going to be doing today is putting on the fragile label on the mailers, right? It says, handle with care, fragile, thank you. So, whenever I ship out a jar, the post office knows, hey, let's take some good care of the package so that what's it called? So that the product gets safely to my customer's doorstep. So that's what I'm doing today. I've got all these mailers here. You guys can't necessarily see them, but I got them here going on. So that's what I'm doing. And then obviously, whatever questions that I see, I'll answer any questions. Obviously, this is for my brand new hair brand, Kuras. It's spelled like Kovras with a V, but the V is just for fancy, but it's supposed to be like my last name, right? Kuras, Kouras, Kuras is how it's pronounced, right? And so this is my only product as of right now. It's called Organic Clay. It's a high hold matte finish product. There are only 6 ingredients. It's an all natural, hair healthy styling clay. So it's meant to be a treatment for your hair to make your hair healthier and style it at the same exact time. You know, I've been in the hair cutting industry for over 16 years, and the fact that the market just doesn't have anything that's healthy for your hair, it kind of is disturbing. So the fact that there's very few, if any, that are actually really, really good and do what they say, which is, in my case, a high hold matte finish. The fact that, most products on the market today are just not good, and you're paying for toxic ingredients in your hair. I wouldn't. Why are we spending money to have toxic ingredients in our hair? It just doesn't make any sense, right? So that's what I did. I created all year. I've been working on this product. All year long, I've been working on this product so that I could have something that's meaningful, that I know people would want, because there are people out there in this world that are like me, that care about their health, that care about their physique, that care about their overall well-being, and people that are just trying to get ahead in life. And you can't get ahead in life when you're buying things maybe unknowingly that are slowing you down, which in my case, it's toxic products, toxic food, toxic clothing, toxic people, toxic everything, right? So the goal is obviously to make everything fun, healthy, and enjoyable, to make our life experience better. And that's part of the reason why I, of course, am, this is a God led brand. I just finished reading the Bible in its entirety, 100%, all 1,300 pages a few weeks ago, I'd say. And that's why one of the verses, I'm leaving verses on my label from the Bible. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 31. Whether therefore ye eat or drink or whatsoever ye do, do all to the glory of God. And that's kind of significant for me because, everything that I do, I want to do the best that I can do so that I can fulfill the assignment that God has given and brought into my life. So whether therefore ye eat, so whether you're eating, whether you're drinking, or whatsoever you're doing, whatever you're doing, do all to the glory of God. Right? Make God the number one reason why you're doing it, so that you can fulfill his unique assignment for your life. And that's kind of what I feel like I've been called to do with, honestly, everything that I have on social media, all the followers, all the videos, all the tutorials, all the education, all the courses, the books that I've written, everything that I have, my product now, I feel like it's for a greater purpose. And I have to have God at the forefront, given that I've read the Bible, and everything that I've learned in the Bible has been so peculiar, and it just feels like God's talking directly to me, and it just feels really, really nice. So I hope that that same kind of energy and experience that I've had and felt with creating this brand, creating Alex Kouras on the internet, this self haircut guy who teaches people how to save money by cutting their own hair. Every single year, you save a couple $1,000s, which is really helpful for your family, for your kids, whomever it is. And so I think adding something that is like a staple for my life, right? Healthy, being healthy, mentally healthy, physically healthy, right? We need to be strong, and just, having healthy relationships in our lives with the people that we love. I just feel like this is like a premium physical, it's like a physical manifestation of my like love for becoming more in a packaged jar. So it's amber glass jar, black aluminum lid, right? No microplastics leaching into the products. It's like super hair healthy ingredients, only 6 ingredients that are meant to be healthy for your hair. Like everything that I've ever manifested, I feel like this is like it's my life in a jar, and I'm very proud of what I've created. Not proud in a bad way, but just proud, happy that I've created it so that you guys can love it and try it for yourselves, and I hope that you love it as well, just as much as I do, because I know for a fact at this point in my life I'm not buying any other products from any other brand, from the store, from Target, from Walmart, from Amazon, unless it's for like research and development purposes. I will not be putting any other product on my hair other than from Kuras. If it's not from Kuras, then it's not going to be in my hair. So I'm just really pumped about that, and I just wanted to share that briefly before I went in and started labeling all of my mailers. So I'm gonna be here for, I don't know, an hour or so, give or take, and I'll do my best to answer as many questions as I can while I'm still, because I got a lot of mailers I got to get through, and we've got limited stock coming on Thursday this week. As I said earlier, my jars are coming in the mail. It took like a month. It took a month for them to get shipped here. So, I have to be very cognizant of like the time delay for, once I start selling them, to make sure that I'm not out of stock for too long. Because a month is a long time to be out of stock, and I have to make sure that, I'm like balancing the correct time, like I'm timing everything correctly. So I'll put this down for now. If you guys have any questions about the product itself, feel free to ask me. I'll make sure I do my best. I've got 3 cameras. I've got TikTok here, Instagram here, YouTube here. So I'll do my absolute best to get through any questions and all questions as I'm working here. So I'll leave this right here for now. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And feel free to ask your questions now that I'm I'm done talking. So I got my sticker here, and I'm just slapping it down on the label here, right? So pretty simple. That's all I'm going to be doing today. Happy Sunday. That's all I'm going to be doing for now. I got a lot of work ahead of me, so I'm excited. I'm excited to serve my God-given people. You guys have helped me a lot throughout my journey these past 5, 6 years. So, this is like a great way for me to give back and also serve, the world around me for the good, right? For the betterment of humanity. Even if it's in a small way. Obviously, I know it's in a small way, but let's try and make it a big way. Let's see. Let me see if I can scroll a little bit. Okay, maybe we can have a guest. Should we have a guest? Let's try and have a guest. I don't know. Do I have to invite people, or do they just join? I don't know how it works. Okay, let's just answer this question here. Mark Anthony Rios on TikTok says, where can I find it at? Yes, so you can go, the link in my description, it has my TikTok account. You can also go to Kuras.com, so Kovras.com, and you can learn everything about the product. Literally, I tried to make that website as detailed as humanly possible. So it has all of the ingredients. It's even got scientific like research articles on the website that you can look into the ingredients further, so you know it's a hair healthy product and the ingredients are like actually really good for you. So just go to kuras.com, Kovras.com, and you can check everything out there. We're not in stock yet, right? We're not in stock yet. So I'm looking to launch on Tuesday, August 26th. That's just like a guesstimate because I should have the jars by this Thursday. I think that's the 14th. So then that it buys me like a couple weeks, like a week and a half, give or take, till they start getting a bunch of jars ready. So that's kind of like my goal as of right now. Yeah, you can see I got all these labels right here. Let's see, let's get that out the way. Anything on the TikTok? I'm sorry, the Instagram. Let's see, any questions I missed on Instagram. Your story is great and clear. Thank you. Appreciate that. Clear story. Ah, okay, that's why. I'm like, wait, what does that mean? Thanks for sharing, and cool to hear you do this with these intentions. No, I appreciate it. Mark Van Veen on Instagram. I appreciate it, Mark. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of I'm just trying to do the best. I'm just trying to do the best that I can. You guys have probably seen me. I don't know how long you've been following me or not, but I've always put my best intention forth, to treat and educate and teach and, just be a productive and helpful member in society. And, I'm sure you guys see that, right? And that's kind of, I'm just trying to be the most authentic version of me, being as helpful as I can and serve as much as I can, and wherever I can, I do my best. So this product, this brand is like the manifestation of like me and what my goal is and what my purpose is and what my assignment is. So I'm just doing my best, and I'm glad you guys can like recognize that. Rajat Josie, hello bro. What's going on? What's going on YouTube? I'm just sitting here putting all the labels on my mailers because we got the jars coming in this week, and I just have to prepare because that's another thing I want to mention. All of these jars I'm hand making myself, right? All of these jars I am hand making myself. I don't have a manufacturer. I don't have a facility. I'm literally in my garage. Right? I work out on the mat that I'm standing on every morning, 5 days a week. And yeah, so I mean, this is literally like startup grassroots. Like, I'm actually really happy to be recording this live so that I can watch this in, let's say, a year, 2 years from now and be like, wow, look at like live stream number 1, and then look at live stream number like 100 or so, give or take, and then like just see what the backdrop looks like. Because I already know I'm gonna invest a lot of money that I get into the brand, and so I'm just excited to be like, this is like the beginning. Like I like the beginning because it's like, this is crazy, It's like looking back, it's like, wow. And then I could show my kids one day, be like, hey, look where your father look where your father started out with his brand, and then look at where it is today. It's like humble beginnings, These are the things that bring joy, You have to find joy in the journey. You gotta find joy in the journey, and that's that's kind of like, that's the way that I look at it, Let's do what would you say the smell is like? Mark asks on TikTok, what would you say the smell is like? So with organic clay, it's a rosemary smell. So I use rosemary essential oil, not just for the smell, because it does smell because it's an essential oil, but I use it because there's been research done that it has very similar effects on hair growth to minoxidil. So you know how minoxidil is used for growing hair back, and helping people grow hair. For people who have like thinning hair or balding hair, they use minoxidil. Rosemary has actually been found to have similar effects to having minoxidil done. So minoxidil on your hair. So I use rosemary essential oil in hopes, even though it might only be like a small-ish amount, because it kind of has to be because it's an essential oil. Um, I'm hoping the long-lasting benefits after like 6 months, a year, you'll start to notice hair regrowth potential, because of course it's similar to minoxidil according to that study. This study is also linked on my website, kuras.com, so you can check that out for sure. Just so you guys don't take my word for it, you take the study's word for it. And so yeah, it's a rosemary smell. So it smells really clean. It's a very simple smell. It just smells like rosemary essential oil. It's not overpowering. It's a very light, calm smell. And I think it smells great. I like it. I'm one of those people that walks by the Bed Bath and was it Bed Bath and Beyond? No, Bath and Body Works. I'm one of the people that walks by Bath and Body Works in the mall or wherever, and I have to go like this when I walk by, because it's just too much toxic chemicals. And the reason why I use essential oil instead of fragrances is because they're toxic and they're endocrine disruptors. And in order for it to be like, it's not just a hair healthy product, but it's a bodily healthy product, because when you're breathing in toxic fragrance, it messes up your endocrine system. So it messes up your hormones. And so I don't want to have a product that messes up your hormones, but it's good for your hair. It's like, I want everything to be healthy about the product. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's so much thought that I put behind this product that I just want people to understand how much thought I put behind it, if that makes sense. Because there's a lot of thought behind it. So yeah, in short, the smell of Kuras organic clay is like a rosemary smell, because I use rosemary essential oil. So it's not just an ingredient that helps with the smell, but it also helps with actual hair regrowth, according to the study that I have on my website. So you guys can check that out as well. So you just go to kuras.com and click on the ingredient for rosemary oil, and I have the PMID ID number right there, and it's linked to the research article. So it's really, really great. It's super amazing, and I'm glad that research was done, because it helps me out understanding what ingredients are beneficial for you guys and for me, so that I can use essential oils instead of toxic fragrances in my product. You understand? So that's how I see it. Let's go ahead. I'm slacking a little over here with the fragile labels. I'm just going ham on these labels here. I don't know, I probably already have a bunch. They're like Pokemon cards at this point. I'm just collecting them all. Let's keep it going here. And so basically, this fragile label is so that the postman or woman, when they get my packages, they know to handle it with care, right? This is kind of like, this label is like another way of me showing that I care about my product. And it's not just the product itself, like the ingredients and on your hair. I care about the fact that you're gonna get it, and it better be in good condition when you get it. So I'm not doing all this hard work, so that you guys can't get a product that's, arrives in the mail in really good condition. That's what I want. And so handle with care, please. Fragile. Again, the jar is glass. It's an amber glass jar, so you have to be very careful. So I'm doing this. I've got the mailers. I've got bubble wrap. It's going to be very, very good. I've already shipped out a bunch of people, and they've never had any issue. So we're good. I just got to cover my bases. Henry Kosovsky on YouTube says, I only use natural products. Yeah, it's like the only thing, like, for too many years, it's like I've just used products or bought food, for example, at the grocery store, never read the ingredients list, and I'm just like, what am I even eating? What am I even putting in my body? What am I putting on my body? Like, it's like at this point, it's like I've learned so much that it's like this. We all clearly understand what's going on here in this world, right? We all know. So we have to literally be intentional on the things that we put on or in our bodies, so that we can live a long, healthy, fun, enjoyable life, right? Because the people that are living outside of our houses that control certain things may not have our best interest in mind, and I'm sure we are very cognizant about that. Okay, sorry, I completely skipped. Let me see. Instagram. Any questions? Da-dam. Let's see. So Mark says, so good to see your enthusiasm. Also, thank you for answering. Thank you for the answer about the intentions. Great spirit, my man. Yes, sir. Of course. Thank you. I appreciate it, Mark. You're a real one. Let's see. Anything on YouTube? Here we go. I'm slowing down here. I gotta speed it up. I think each one of these is like 50, give or take, and I'm only on like what, 30? It's sorry, it's Sunday. I got all day. Or at least I eat lunch in like an hour. Let me see what we got. How is your head skin condition? Has it gotten worse or has it gotten better? One sec. My brother had to get some water. I've got a reverse osmosis machine for my drinking water, because I stopped buying water bottles. Another health thing that I'm intentional about, right? So we've got a reverse osmosis machine right here, and you have to walk into the garage in order to access it. So that's why I went silent, because I don't want to interrupt what he's doing too. Sorry, what was your question? How is your head skin condition? Has it gotten worse or has it gotten better? Yeah, I would say overall my skin has definitely gotten a lot better. Um, it's something that I have to be very, again, intentional about. Like, I have to constantly think about everything. Now, one thing that helps tremendously is, of course, my diet. I eat the same thing. Literally, I don't think many people can do what I do in terms of eating the same foods every single day, because I eat the same things every single day. 2 times a day I eat my first meal at like 11:30, 12 p.m. and then I eat my dinner at 5:30, right? 5:36, and then I'm in bed by like 9:30. So I only eat 2 times a day. I eat the same exact foods, the same exact portions every single day. And so I think having a diet that's really low in sugar, especially having no processed sugar, and then removing yeast out of your diet, it's definitely helped tremendously with my skin. And my skin used to be incredibly worse. And ever since I changed my diet, not only have I become more physically healthy, but my skin has also gotten a lot better. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I'm telling everybody about reverse osmosis. What are you saying?
Want me to wait?
No, go ahead. I can't see, sorry. Is it on? Hold on one sec. Okay. No, we're good. It's on. I just needed to make sure that the machine was turned on. But yeah, no, my skin has gotten tremendously better. You know, the only thing that you guys see that's like harsh in my videos and my tutorials is the fact that I've got dry skin, right? Now, if I put, let's say, salicylic acid on my skin before the haircut, you probably wouldn't see dry skin in my videos. But sometimes I'm just like, there's so much going on in my head with everything that I do in my life. It's just like, like I don't have, like, I forget. And so I can't just put, it's a lot of work. But for the most part, I just kind of suffer with like dry skin at this point. Like my seborrheic dermatitis is definitely a lot more controlled. I have minimal dandruff, like minimal. My head is never itchy. I don't have an itchy head ever. And I'm telling you, it's mainly because of the food that I eat. The second you get your gut health in check, is the second your scalp's gonna feel a lot better. Right, minimal dandruff, if any at all, and then just the itchiness is just gone. I don't. My head's never itchy. My head's never itchy. So yeah, good questions. We can throw these away because that's trash. We can pull out a new roll here. Let's see. Any questions on the TikTok? Oh, we've got two different marks. We've got a mark on Instagram and a mark on TikTok. That's so cool. What is this? Mark on TikTok says, "God bless your company and love the fact that you incorporated scripture into it." Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I mean, we wouldn't be here without God. I mean, you can't sit here and be like we were just blown into existence and being a absolute perfect being blessed by the King of the universe. So it's like you have to give God the glory that he deserves, right? So that's how it is. You got to give God the glory that he deserves. Any other question? Oh, Alana Sawyers. Hey, you subbed. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I guess YouTube's showing my live stream to non-followers too. That's cool. To be honest, I didn't even know YouTube did that much. I knew like TikTok and Instagram did, not so much YouTube. But that's great. Thanks, Alana. Appreciate that. But yeah, real quick, if you guys have any questions about my product that's coming out, I'm hoping that I can launch by August 26th. If you guys want to check out all of the details, learn more about the product, it's 6 ingredients. They're all natural. They're hair healthy. You know, I put a lot of work into thinking about using the correct ingredients, using the least amount of ingredients. To me, that's important. Having the least amount of ingredients as possible, better, right? If I can actually read the ingredients, unlike like hexapropyl diethylene, like these like weird like chemical lab ingredients that you can clearly tell were made in a lab and not by another human being. It's like, okay, ready? Here's the 6 ingredients that I have in my product. Shea butter. Everyone knows what shea butter is. It's extremely good for your hair, moisturizer, loaded with vitamins and minerals, right? It's really good for you. Moisturizer, shea butter. Arrowroot powder, beeswax, kaolin clay, rosemary essential oil, and vitamin E oil. Those are the 6 ingredients. And it produces a high hold with a natural matte finish. That's it. It's incredible. It really is. I'm telling you, simplicity. It's in an amber glass jar. You probably can't hear that because I have my fan on. But it's an amber glass jar with a black aluminum lid. Right? I'll show you a little bit of a close up real quick, and then I'll get back to the labels here. So I'll leave that there. Yeah, and just go to Kuras, literally KOVRAS.com to learn more about the product. We're not in stock yet, but we will be within the next few weeks. You know, and as someone that's been in the hair industry as someone that's been really passionate about hair since I was 13 years old, right? I'm 29 years old now. I turned 30 in a couple months. So for 16, more than half of my life, I've been very passionate about hair, and I think that's also a God-given passion that, you know, God has given me. And so it's just like I feel like this is kind of where my life has been building to all my life, if that makes sense. Good. Yeah, the reverse osmosis water takes like 5 minutes to fill up. So basically we just grab water from the sink, It's like a $400 machine. We just grab water from the sink. You fill up a little, I don't know what it's called, like a bucket, a pail. Put it in the machine, press a button, it fills it up in like 5 minutes. And then you've got nice reverse clean water with no microplastics. And then we have a remineralization filter as well, to like remineralize the water so that you're not drinking stale water. Mark, have to go. Have a great Sunday. And of course, I keep track of you and your product. Bye from the Netherlands. Oh, wow. Nice. Take care, Mark. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. From the Netherlands. Let's keep these going here. I think I missed something on the TikTok. I follow you on YouTube. Apollo from TikTok says, I follow you on YouTube. Thanks, Apollo. Yeah, we're live on YouTube as well. So we're live on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and TikTok. And then we've got Gene from Colombia. Where you guys at? Where do you guys live around the world? I'm here in Florida. I'm here in dreary, cloudy Florida. The Sunshine State. Meanwhile, it's cloudy out today. That's funny. What part of the world are you guys from? I'm almost done. I got like 1 or 2 left for this row. Fatal asks, is it a 6-stage reverse system? I think it is a 6-stage. I know there was an option for like 4. I'm pretty sure it is a 6-stage, but I'm not sure. It's on Amazon. It's like a $450 machine. It's the blue Vua, I think, on Amazon. It was pretty expensive. And I'm pretty sure it's 4. I think 6 stages are like the ones that are like hooked up, like big time ones. I think it might just be like a 4 stage, I'm not sure. We're getting there. Look at this, ready? These all have the label. I'm gonna drop them. These all have the label now, so we're good. I'm gonna put these. Yeah, you can see that's fine. Let's throw these down here. Let me get some water. I'm thirsty. Yeah, and another thing is I only drink out of my my stainless steel flask here. So, you know, unfortunately, I'm very well aware that spring water is like the best water that you can drink, but I can't fathom having, you know, microplastics in my delicious spring water. You know, God created springs so that we can have fresh, amazing drinking water. But then you put it inside plastic, and then with all the traveling and whatnot that the plastic bottles are in, they're in heat, then they're in cold, and then they're in heat, and then they're in cold, and then they're in heat again, and then you're just constantly leaching plastic inside my beautiful God-given drinking water. And I'm just like, you know, I prefer spring water. It tastes better, obviously, than reverse osmosis. But I'm not trying to die young. I don't want credit card plastics inside my arteries. You know, I work hard to have a good physique and be healthy, and my family as well. So I want me and my family to be healthy. And every one of you, if you guys can afford a reverse osmosis machine, I definitely recommend it until the day a water company is created that has spring water and is sold at a reasonable price in, let's say, glass or stainless steel. Okay, back to the topic. So we've got, let's see, I probably have like 55 or 60 of these already created. Something like that. Does anybody know how the TikTok like system works? I'm trying to figure out this whole. I know there's so much stuff that goes on with TikTok Live. Does anyone know how that stuff works? Like the likes and the. There's like a rose on my screen. There's like a bunch of stuff. I don't know what any of this stuff is. I need to figure it out. I'm assuming likes help push the live in the algorithm for like the For You page or whatever. But a lot of that stuff is new because I don't really go live that often. Let's do this. Daniel on Instagram, Daniel Edwards asks, would you do a very short buzz cut with a military high and tight? A very short buzz cut with a military high and tight. I think I've done that before. Not obviously, I don't have a tutorial with that name, but I'm pretty sure I've done a buzz cut like that. The lowest I've gone was a number one. Was it a one guard or a half? It was either a one guard or a half guard. So I'm like super, like 3 millimeters. And then I'm pretty sure it was like a medium, maybe high fade. If you just go on YouTube and type in Alex Kouras buzz cut, you'll see like at least 15 or 20 different buzz cuts. And then whichever one just looks like I have the shortest hair, it's probably that one. I think I'm wearing a blue shirt. I think I'm wearing a blue shirt in that video. Yeah. But yeah, the only reason why I don't have a buzz cut right now, for example, is because obviously I need I need to have hair to promote my brand new brand and product. So if I had a buzz cut, it wouldn't really make much sense to have a high hold matte finish and not have hair to style with, right? But yeah, let me know if what you see on YouTube is actually what you're looking for. Otherwise, obviously at some point I will go back to a buzz cut, and I can probably do like a military high and tight at that point too. Let's see. Let's answer a YouTube question now. Henry, my man, he's still here asking all these questions. That's nice. I know you live in the U.S., but I'm curious what country. I know you live in the United States, but I'm curious to know what country your family is from. I'm guessing Albania or Turkey. You're close. Yeah. So my father is Greek, and my mother is Portuguese. So I am half Greek and half Portuguese. Kuras is obviously my dad's name. Well, obviously my name's actually longer, but I shortened it for social media so that it's easier to pronounce and to say and to read. So I shortened it a little bit so that it's easier to pronounce and read and remember. But yeah, I'm from, Greece and Portugal. That's where my family's, from. We're all children of God anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I think you had another question real quick. How do you do this water thing when you travel? Because you cannot filter it to the hotel. Well, yeah, I know. When I travel, I just buy spring water. I have no choice but to but to have spring water in plastic. Yeah, whenever I go anywhere, like Greece, Portugal, Spain, anywhere else across the U.S., I just have to have spring water in plastic. It's unfortunate, but that's the best option. There's no other option unless you want to spend, $4 on a little glass of spring water. But it's like, what happens if you drop the glass? Then there goes all your water. I need a spring water company to come out and start selling spring water by like the I don't know, by the, what do you call them, barrels. I need spring water by the barrels and stainless steel, and I need it to be relatively affordable. That's what I need. I would love that. Or, you know what would be even better? Buying land next to a live running river. And then just, I have my own free water on my own land. That'd be even better. I think there was a question on TikTok here. PVLB, I don't even know how to say your name. Public, I'm gonna say. Can you show your tools? I would love to show you the tools that I have, but unfortunately, right now I'm in my garage, and my tools are upstairs in my bathroom. So I'm in my garage right now, getting all my mailers set up, because I've got my jar shipment coming in this week, and I'm just preparing everything and, you know, just sharing the journey with you guys. So maybe in a different live, if you want to tune in for the next live. I'm not sure when it'll be, but if you're able to, I'd say subscribe or follow, and then the next live, turn your post notifications on, and the next time I go live, maybe I'll be upstairs in my bathroom and I can show you all my tools then. Otherwise, for the most part, the link in my bio, the link tree link, you can literally click on the Amazon storefront link in my link tree. So just go to the link in my bio, click on the link tree, and then there's an Amazon storefront link in the link tree. Most of my tools are inside that link. So if you want to see exactly what I use, it's right there in the link tree, right? And everything is in there as well. Yeah, I added a few extra tools in there too that I think are high quality tools for haircuts. Getting those done. We're almost done here. We're almost done on this batch. I got a bunch left. There we go. I think, wait, oh, I have to move this. There we go. What's going on? What's going on? We've got a question here from Eric Durbin on YouTube. Eric asks, I have a question for you. I have a crew cut that's a bit longer with a low fade. My barber always uses scissors on the top. Should I ask my barber for just a clipper guard on top? And if so, which one? I mean, it really depends. Do you not like when your barber uses scissors? I mean, scissors it really depends. If he has really good quality clippers that are super fast, you know, what's the difference between using a clipper or a scissor? Does it really matter that much? You know, do you not like when your barber uses scissors on the top? I mean, you can use the clippers. You know, my preferred clipper guard for buzz cuts is like probably a number 2 or a number 3 guard with like a mid to high-ish fade. And I like to really spread out the guidelines when I give myself a buzz cut. So I do like 1-inch guidelines on the side because I like to have that beautiful gradients from light to dark. So whenever I give myself a buzz cut, I really like to spread out the guidelines, and then I probably do like a number 2, number 3 guard on top, and that's like probably my favorite type of buzz cut. And then of course, if I can, I prefer having a beard with my buzz cut as well. Something like what I have right now is pretty solid. I think it's fine, but it could be easier with just clippers. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to go by faster too, yeah, just tell him to use the clippers. I mean, as long as he's not using like really cheap clippers that are like 20 or 30 bucks, and because the cheaper the clippers, the slower the motor, the cheaper the blades, so they're not going to slice the hair as evenly as, let's say, stainless steel scissors. So the more expensive the tools, obviously, the better the cut ends up being when it slices the hair. So yeah, I mean, if I would definitely say go for it. Yeah, tell your barber just use the clipper, do a number 3 guard on top, and give yourself a nice fade. Yeah, I mean, giving yourself a crew cut with the scissors is, I mean, but a lot of barbers, they do their own thing. Everyone has their own preferred way of cutting hair. Like, just like I have my own preferred way of cutting hair, I'm sure your barber has his own preferred way too. So, it's personal preference too. At the end of the day, what they like to do. As long as he does a good job, then it shouldn't be an issue, right? Or he or she. Let's see. Any questions on the TikTok? I have to scroll here. My man's from Chicago. Apollo from Chicago. Watched your beginner guide on buzz cut. Was brilliant. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I love making the tutorial videos for you guys. I really do. It's it never gets old. It never gets old creating the tutorials. And I have so many tutorials to like teach you guys, and it means a lot that you're here and that you tell me that it's helpful for you. I just hope that when I first started cutting my own hair when I was 13 years old, this is in 2008. I was kind of forced into cutting my own hair. I didn't do it necessarily as a like when I started, it wasn't necessarily I started because I was passionate about hair. I started because I was forced into it because my mom lost her job because of the Great Recession in 2008 when the stock market crashed, the real estate market crashed, and we were struggling financially. So I was kind of forced to cut my own hair to save a little bit of money. And so, it wasn't until I started cutting my own hair though that I was just like, hey, this is really cool. I like this. And like it's pretty easy. It's pretty fast, especially because when I first started out, the only haircut I gave myself was a buzz cut. It was literally like a one guard or two guard all the way around, and that was it. It was like the most simple haircut you could possibly imagine. And then I just did, so what I do, like a 2 or 3 all the way around on the sides, back, top, everything. And then I just gave myself a lineup with the trimmers, and that was it. I remember my first tool was like a $15 or $20 Remington beard trimmer. It was such a bad machine. But it did the job for a couple years. And then I ended up buying like another one a few years later. And then I just kept gradually getting more and more better tools from the Wall the Wall Super Taper 2 clippers, which were corded. Those things got extremely hot in your hands. Yeah, what a journey, man, I tell you. What a journey. It's crazy. Angel on YouTube says, bro, your videos have been a lifesaver. Thank you for all the knowledge. I appreciate that, Angel. Thank you so much. Yeah, man, I love seeing comments like this. It just makes me feel it makes me feel like what I'm doing is actually, it proves the purpose. It proves the purpose, right? It proves my assignment is purposeful. So thank you. I appreciate that. Oy. We're almost done here with this batch. I only have probably like 20, give or take, right here. And then I'll have to go grab a new one. I think each one is like 60 or like, was it 100? What is it? 100? No, it's 100. I forget how many it is. Honestly, I really don't know. But it's a lot. Anything on Instagram? Any questions? Maybe I missed something. I'm over here jumping back and forth on TikTok and YouTube. Instagram, any questions? Send us greeting here in Brazil from T. Santos. What's up, Santos? Hello to Brazil. Let's scroll back down just in case. Weston on TikTok asks or says, "You got me loving cutting my own hair." That's great, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, dude, isn't it fun though? Like, isn't it like it's such a cool thing to be able to just know about yourself and just to have a really cool skill. Be like, I need a haircut. Instead of having to wait 2 or 3 weeks, call up your barber, try to fit it into both of your schedules because they're busy. Then you gotta, when you get there, you gotta wait because they're cutting somebody else's hair. It's like, oh, I gotta cut my own hair. Let me just walk 3 feet to my bathroom real quick, and then boom, we're done. I cut my hair in less than an hour. It's so good. And then it's like when you do a good job, it's like even cooler, right? It's even cooler. It's like, wow, not only did I cut my hair, but I did as good, if not a better job than what my barber would have done, right? That's an even better feeling. And then on top of that, if someone's like, hey, I like your haircut, and you're like, wow, my haircut's that good. It's like that good that I got a compliment from somebody, and it wasn't cut by a barber. It was cut by me, some unlicensed person. It's like, it's amazing. No, I agree with you, man. It's really cool. It's such a cool skill set to know. Really, life should literally just be about accumulation of skills. The more skills you accumulate, the better off you're going to be in life. So the fact that you're all here means that you have intention on bringing up the quality of your life, and learning how to cut your own hair is definitely a really cool skill to have to elevate your lives, right? It all compounds too, like haircuts, fitness, right? Like cars, house, like every skill that you can acquire in all these different niches and categories, it slowly builds on top of one another. And then it's just like, you become like this like super goated human being where it's like, I know a lot of stuff, which means now I can help other people do these great things that God has helped me learn, right? We're getting here with this. We're getting here. I'm handling with care. But listen, when I say handmade in Florida on my website, right? Kovras.com or Kuras.com with the V. If you go to Kovres.com, you scroll down to the bottom, handmade in Florida. Handmade with love, right? What am I doing right here? I'm hand making everything with love. By myself, for now. By myself, for now. Until I eventually have the means to have assistance. But yeah, this is what I'm doing. I've got my giant roll here of fragile labels, and we're just going ham. Having some nice conversations with my beautiful followers who also share the same love and passion for hair and self haircuts. Let's see. I think I missed one. What's going on, Evan? Evan McQuinn on the TikTok, joining the live. So I'm just here, for those of you that are new to the live, what I'm doing right now is I'm getting all my mailers set up with the fragile label so that when I have orders and I give it to the post office, right, when they come, when the postman or postwoman comes and picks up the packages, they know, hey, please handle with care. The product inside is very valuable, so that I'm not making a really high quality premium product in glass, and when I ship it and it comes to your doorstep, it's not like people who deliver stuff. It's like, oh, I just have this delivery, and then they throw it onto your doorstep, and it's like, bro, like, come on, man, can you like place it on my doorstep or place it inside the box or whatever. Don't like throw it at my door. You get what I'm saying? It's like, please handle with care. It's fragile, please. So most people, they need to see this type of reminder, unfortunately, so that they take care of your stuff, right? You put all this effort into making a product, please take care of it so that my customers can get it, my followers, my people can get it. in the way that I gave it to them. The way that I gave it to them. That's funny. I'm almost done with these. I've got a big stack right here. I got a big old stack. Let's see. Da-da-da. Let me see what we got here. I can't. Hold on one sec. It's hard there. Such a big. Oh, here we go. Last one. And voila. There's the last one. So we've got two big batches, all with the labels on. So that's what I've been doing. Now I gotta go ahead and open up a new one. So these are good. I can put these probably back inside. Let me go ahead and grab a new one. Alright. So these are the black mailers that I'm going to be shipping to you guys when I have orders for my hair clay. And so what I'm doing is just going in and putting in the fragile labels on every single mailer so that the post office knows to, hey, take care of the package, please, because there is glass inside. But I also bubble wrap the glass, so that bubble wrap's strong. And then the mailer itself is also bubble wrap, and then there's air inside it too. So believe me, you should get your jar looking exactly how I gave it to you. So let's go ahead and put these off to the side. Let's get this out of here. And then we go ahead and start ripping it up. Opa. So we can grab this. Oh, got quick hands. Right, we got the black mailers. Just taking off all the trash. Make sure they're facing the right way. Let's throw this out too. Let's throw this out too. All right, and then we're back to it. We got two fresh batches of mailers, right? We got two fresh batches. Let's go ahead and label them. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's start a new row right here. There we go. Invite. So was TikTok asking me to invite people, or are people requesting to join the live? Huh? Yeah. I mean, if anyone wants to jump on, I'd be more than happy to have you jump on the live, and we could talk about haircuts, my new brand. We can talk about anything hair, life, health, God, whatever you want. As long as it's appropriate for the live. What's up? My man Handsome joined on TikTok. What's up, Handsome? That's amazing. Let me see. Henry has another question here. No, it's hard. There are such big community who wants to be supernatural like you and your followers, and we have a president of the United States that does not believe in being natural global warming. I mean, I look at it like this. There's only so much that government can do. And whether or not they're in your best interest or not is that's another story. But I try to not to think about politics too much because I've never really felt a positive impact as a result of politics. And a lot of what I see and deal with on the day to day has nothing to do with the people that run the government or whatnot. So I really put all of my intention on focusing on what are the things that I can do, right? Because the government isn't helping me work out. The government's not helping me eat and choose and decide on what foods I should buy from the grocery store, what foods I should cook for myself. The government's not teaching me how to have good quality relationships with my family, with my girlfriend, with my neighbors, with everyone, with you guys. The government's not teaching me or helping me create these live streams and tutorials and videos and learn skills to cut my own hair. The government didn't teach me anything that I know basically today. So that's why I don't pay attention to it, because it's not, they haven't helped me or my family get to the point that we're at today, other than obviously some laws and the small stuff that a government should be doing because that's what it's there for. But the small nuanced things I don't pay attention to, right? Unless they start removing organic foods like steak and eggs, and if they start removing high quality foods from the grocery stores, then it's going to be a big problem. That's when it becomes a big problem. Like when there was an egg shortage all this time, I was hurting because I need my eggs. I eat 5 eggs a day, so I need my eggs. Rakib on Instagram asks, "Hello, I tried purchasing the gel. Is this back in stock?" So the product is not in stock yet. So actually, I'm getting my shipment of jars this Thursday. So I've been waiting about a month for my jars to come in the mail. I should be getting them. They just arrived in like California like a day or two ago. So I'm waiting until Thursday. The jars should be arriving, and then I'm going to be launching, or hopefully launching, the product on August 26th. It's a Tuesday, August 26th. And so hopefully, I'll have like a week and a half, give or take, to start filling up, a couple hundred jars, and then take it from there. I should be able to have everything on my website in stock and ready to go on the 26th, on Tuesday, August 26th. We should be ready to go. So if you guys want to check it out and learn more about the product itself, just go to Kovras, Kuras with a V.com, and I have all 6 ingredients listed. I have the benefits of all 6 ingredients. I also have research articles, like actual PubMed research articles that were done on each ingredient, so you can learn about the ingredients that are used in my product. It's also an amber glass jar, so it's in glass, a black aluminum lid, so there's like no microplastics. I don't pour my hot ingredients when I'm making it on the stove top into plastic, because I don't want microplastics leaching into my hair product. So that's why it's in glass. It's more expensive. Obviously, it's more premium, which is what I'm going for. But I'm creating the world's healthiest hairstyling product. It has to be this way so that I'm happy and everyone else is happy and knows exactly what they're getting. And the ingredients, you can actually read them, and they're not some weird chemical name that you can't pronounce. So there's a lot of effort that I put into creating this product with my 16 plus years of hair experience, hair cutting, self-hair cutting. There's a lot of things that I've thought. It's been a really hard and long process, but we'll be in stock in like a couple weeks. So mark the date on your calendars. Tuesday, August 26th is the date that I'm shooting for. Don't hold me too accountable for it, because I'm hoping for the best, but I'm looking for Tuesday, August 26th. So we can keep that date on the calendar for now. That's what I'm shooting for. So yeah, good question. Not in stock yet, but we should be in stock in the next couple weeks. Come on, there we go. I think there was another one. Can't wait. Yeah, me neither. I'm excited for you guys to try this out. I really am. I'm really so pumped up for you guys to try this product. You know, I had it sent to a bunch of testers who are also followers of mine on social media, and they loved it as well. So I love it. My followers who tested it love it. And yeah, I'm just really excited. This is gonna be such a fun new like chapter in my life. And you guys are all on board with it. You guys are all here for the journey, you know. Molded by God. That my girlfriend's calling me. I need to tell her that I'm on a live. One sec. One sec. Is it urgent? Alright, let's go back. Sorry about that. Oh, is this one off? What happened? What happened to my YouTube here? Instagram's good. And TikTok, we're good, yes? Yeah, I think we're good on TikTok. What happened to my YouTube? My YouTube just like died on me. What happened? When the girlfriend calls, you have to make sure you answer, right? Let me just double check. I think, did she reply? She hasn't replied yet. I don't know what happened to my YouTube stream here. It's like black. The screen is just dark. Do you guys see anything? What happened here? Here, let me, you know what? There it is. What happened? The screen just went blank on me. There we go. We're good. All right. We're straight. Okay, we're good. Now I just wait for my girlfriend to text me back. Hopefully it's good. She was probably, you know what she's doing? I think she's grocery shopping. She's out grocery shopping right now. She's probably asking me what type of food she should get. What's going on? No Santiago. What's going on, everyone? Thanks for joining the live. If you guys have any questions, I'm just sitting here packing up all these mailers. I'm putting on the labels on my mailers here. Right? I've got my labels, my fragile labels, and I'm just packing up all these mailers because I've got my jars coming in finally. My shipment of jars are coming in. So I will be launching hopefully on Tuesday, August 26th. Now that I have my jars coming in, hopefully everything looks good. All the jars are exactly how I want them. And then we're good to go. And that's what I'm just preparing for. Right? As a term that I've coined, a saying that I've coined is proper preparation produces peak performance. So if you want peak performance, you've got to have the proper preparation, right? Proper preparation produces peak performance. The 5 P's. Proper preparation produces peak performance. So that's what I'm here doing right now, preparing. That's a biblical principle. Gotta prepare. Prepare. Let me just check and see if she... Let me just check real quick. One sec. Yeah, she's grocery shopping. It's fine. She'll be alright. She'll be alright. She's grocery shopping. Uh, Taryn Sharma on Instagram asks, "Is your seborrheic dermatitis cured? No flakes now." So the thing with seborrheic dermatitis is that it can't be cured. It's literally an uncurable, I guess, not disease, I guess, but issue. It's uncurable. Now, can you control the symptoms of it? Yes. And I think I've done a really good job of controlling the symptoms. Um, I'll, I mean, I barely ever have any dandruff. The only issue that I have is that you guys see in my videos is the dry skin on the back of my head. So that kind of like comes and goes, but I don't have dandruff anymore. It's like very, very minimal, if anything at all. My head is never itchy. Seborrheic dermatitis is, it's rarely occurring in my body, rarely ever. And what most people in the world don't understand is that when you eliminate processed sugar, when you eliminate a lot of sugar out of your diet, and nowadays in 2025, everywhere you go, there's a Starbucks at every corner, there's a Dunkin' Donuts at every corner. You look at the ingredients in these drinks, and there's like 100 grams of sugar in these drinks, and then we wonder why we have skin and dandruff issues, right? So the second you remove a whole boatload of sugar and processed sugars out of your diet, and you remove yeast out of your diet, right? From like glyphosate-ridden grains like rice and spaghetti, and all like the modern day wheat is garbage. That's why I only eat 100% organic einkorn flour, and I literally eat pizza every single day. I make my own pizza, and my skin is perfect because it's the actual ancient grain that God gave us from the beginning, and it isn't highly processed and then sprayed with glyphosate and then bleached and hybrid, like all these different weird chemical terminology that shouldn't exist. So yeah, my skin's a lot better now because I eat a lot healthier than what I used to, right? A lot of red meat, a lot of ground beef, a lot of pasture-raised eggs, a lot of organic dairy, a lot of like cheeses and kefir, raw and unfiltered honey. I drink reverse osmosis water. I prefer spring water, but reverse osmosis water is the second best thing because they only sell spring water in plastic, and if you buy it in glass, it's too expensive. So yeah, my skin is a lot better, but obviously, you'll see flare-ups when I cut my hair, obviously because I'm jabbing the clippers into my head and my skin is already super sensitive as it is. Let me just get some water. Speaking of reverse osmosis water, that's what's in here. Nadal AEP on YouTube asks, "Hey man, when will you post the next haircut?" So I believe it's next Saturday. So usually when I post my haircut videos, it's every 2 weeks because that's when I cut my hair, every 2 weeks. So you usually get the video every 2 weeks. So we didn't post a video this Saturday, so you'll get one next Saturday. So they're usually Saturday mornings around 9-10 a.m. Good question. Yeah, and I'm just sitting here continuing with the labels here. There we go. I think I saw another one. On TikTok, we have Nubber. I started cutting hair because of you. You the goat. That's so funny. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Yeah, how do you like it? How do you like cutting your own hair? It's so great. It's you know what it is? It's like invigorating. It's like a thrill. You know how people go to like Disney World or like Universal and they like get on a roller coaster and it's like that's kind of how it is with cutting your own hair. It's like fishing, you know? I just started fishing recently and it's like the moment you get a fish on the line, it's like let's go and then it breaks free and you're like no. Like last weekend I went fishing for the first time since I was like in middle school and I caught a barracuda. It was like a 4-foot barracuda. Crazy. But the second I got it toward the bridge, it broke off the line because my hook was too small and I didn't know. So I had to change the hook and then literally never saw the barracuda ever again. Never saw any other barracuda. So I was like, dang, it was such a fun experience, like pulling up the barracuda, and then unfortunately it broke off at like the last second. I was so upset. So yeah, cutting your own hair feels very similar to me, and I'm sure to many people, like that thrill, like a roller coaster, like fishing, and like getting a fish on the line. So it's definitely a really awesome skill to learn, and there's so many benefits to cutting your own hair. There really is so many benefits: financial, mental, you know, emotional, helping others, right? Because it's not just you learn how to cut. It's not just cutting your own hair. You also learn how to cut hair in general, right? You learn how to cut hair in general. So if your brother needs a haircut, your dad needs a haircut, right? Your friends, if you want to start cutting hair in school, like high school or college, you can start making money and practice, like charge $5, $10 for a haircut as like practice. You can make it as a side hustle. You can make it into a career. Like there's so many beneficial aspects to learning how to cut hair that many people, I guess, you know, a lot of people don't like it, but you know, it's not for everybody. But for those of us that do like it, it's great. And we're getting down to this last little bit here on this one. And then what is it? In like, I don't know. I guess as soon as I finish these, I'll eat at 12 o'clock today. So as soon as I get down to the last bit of these, I'll probably end the streams, and then I'll probably jump on maybe afterwards and just continue. So probably in like a couple hours, I would just jump back on and do a little bit more. Yeah, I got like 3 big stacks over here now. I should probably count them. I'm pretty sure it's like 50 each, but I'm not. How many is in each box? It was 600. Yeah, so each one is 100. So I've probably done about 150. I got a long way to go, which means the live stream is gonna last a lot longer too. And plus, you know what? I gotta charge my phone. I gotta charge my phones here. Opa, what are you doing? There we go. What's the best trimmer from Temu? You know, I've never bought anything from Temu, so I couldn't answer that question. I don't know if I even trust that website. You know, there's a listing on Temu that's been there for about 2 years that literally uses my photo for one of their absolutely garbage hair headband things that are garbage for cutting your own hair. It just stole my photo, didn't tell me, has been using that to promote their product for a couple years now, and have been making money off of my photo, and I have never gotten any compensation. Whenever I tried to reach out to the merchant, no reply, and it's just there. So I don't trust Temu whatsoever. if you're gonna get products, I'd only recommend getting them at like Target, Walmart, or like directly on the merchant's website, like Wall, Andis, Babyliss, or Amazon, of course. Yeah, I don't trust Temu, you know, for a bag of sticks. I don't trust Temu at all. Don't trust Temu. Let's see. I think there was another question here. Is it probably the Ronaldo haircut? I will say, the Ronaldo haircut is in the works. So I don't know if it's the next one because I have a like a lineup. I have a backlog of videos that I post. But the Ronaldo haircut is in there. It is in there. So you will be seeing you guys will be seeing a Ronaldo self haircut tutorial within the next month. I'll just say that, right? Within the next month, you should be getting a Ronaldo self haircut tutorial. And you never know. Maybe Ronaldo made a guest appearance. He showed up to my house. He said, "Hey, Alex, let's do a haircut video together." He flew all the way from Saudi Arabia to come say what's up to the bull. Could you imagine? Just Ronaldo just shows up at my door like, "Hey, I saw you did a haircut video with me. Do you want to actually cut my hair and do it for a video?" That'd be crazy. I'd also be a little bit scared, like, how do you know where I live, fam? I'd be like, "Yo, get out of here." Kick him to the curb. That's funny. All right. I'm on the last row, and then I can go have lunch, and then I'll be back after that. So I got a whole bundle right here that I'm going through. Opa, there we go. On Instagram, we have Itai Levy. Also, I have a wall trimmer and Panasonic. Are you using inches or millimeter trimmers? Does it matter? I mean, no. Most of the time, for the most part, I use millimeters, right? Like the one guard's 3 millimeters, the two guards 6 millimeters. I mean, that's kind of just the basis for clipper lengths and guard lengths, is millimeters. But you know, when I say how long my hair is, I'll say, oh, my hair is like 1.5 inches or like 2 inches. So you just kind of have to guess the measurements if you're not in America. Julio Putra on Instagram. Will you do a buzz cut again? Yeah, of course. The only reason why I haven't done a buzz cut in a while is because of my hair product that I'm creating, right? My hair brand Kuras that I'm creating. So if you guys want to check out, I'm not sure if you know or don't know, but all year long, I've been in the process of making a hair healthy hair product. So it's a high hold matte finish. I also have a couple other ones that I'm in the mix of working on right now, but it's a high hold matte finish. There's only 6 ingredients. It's an all natural hair healthy styling clay. So we've got shea butter, arrowroot powder, beeswax, kaolin clay, rosemary oil, and vitamin E oil. There's 6 ingredients, that's it. If you want to learn all of the details about the product itself, you can go to my website, Kuras, KOVRAS.com, and I have literally all the ingredients listed, and I have research articles as well. If you guys want to get into like super detail about the ingredients in the product, you can go to super detail, look at the research articles. Rosemary oil, which is the essential oil that I use. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but I use rosemary oil as the essential oil that helps with the smell, the scent of the product. But it's also been found with the research article that I have on the website to work very similarly to minoxidil for hair regrowth. So people who have like balding or thinning hair, rosemary essential oil has been found to be very, very similar with effects to minoxidil. So that's one of the big reasons why I use it as well. And of course, my goal was to use the least amount of ingredients as possible, and ingredients that everybody can read and pronounce and understand, and it's easily understandable to like know what exactly is going inside my hair, right? So, and then it's in an amber glass jar. Amber glass jar, you can't hear it because the label's on it, but and then I have a black aluminum lid. So it's not in plastic like most brands have plastic. This is going for a more premium look because it is a more premium product, right? We have amber glass jar, aluminum lid, super high quality, all natural ingredients, and I'm telling you, they are super high quality. We're using unrefined shea butter, so it has all of the vitamins, all of the minerals, all of the moisturizing properties that you want in a hair product. It's there, right? I use organic arrowroot powder, and like every ingredient here is like really high quality ingredients. So if you want a hair healthy, like literally a treatment, like how people go to spas to like have like facial treatments and stuff, it's literally a treatment that lasts in your hair all day long and styles it at the same time. So it's a treatment and a styler at the same exact time. So that's why I think this product is like supreme and like amazing, because I've put so much thought into how is this going to be beneficial for me, because I need something like this because I'm tired of using toxic ingredients in my hair products, and how is it going to be beneficial for you guys that watch me. And I don't sell things on my platform. You guys know this. I don't sell things. So if I'm going to, it's going to be something that I myself would purchase. So it's going to be priced really well for the quality of the product, and I'm just really pumped for you guys to try it out, right? That's why I'm here in the garage right now. I've got literally a boatload of these mailers. I've got a boatload. I've got 2 more over here, and I have like 8 boxes full of like hundreds of them. So I got a lot of work ahead of me, but that's why I'm here right now in my garage getting these, what's it called? The labels on my mailers, so that when the postman or woman comes, most likely woman, I think, based on what I've been seeing for all these years living here, they know to handle my package with care. And you know, when you get your jar in the mail, it's in really good condition, right? It's exactly the way that I put it inside the mailer, right? Perfect looking condition. All right, we're almost there. We're almost there. And I think, what's it called? I think I saw something on TikTok. What did I see? It was like first gift or something. What did I see? Alan Govia sent "You're Awesome" with like a little, what is that, a cat? A chinchilla? The first gift they've ever sent. Oh, wow. That's so cool. Nice, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I have no idea what that means, but thank you. I appreciate the love and support. I still have no idea what this TikTok stuff is about. So I'm learning. Bear with me. I'm learning. That's so funny. Thanks, Alan. I appreciate it. Huncho asks, do you sell shampoo, and are you in the USA? So yes, I am here in Florida. I live in Florida, USA. So that's why I'm hand making all of my jars. Will be here in my garage temporarily until I have, you know, a nicer, bigger space that I can invest money into. So I'm here in my garage to start, right? This is a brand and product launch. So it's literally the very beginning. So that's why it's like really cool to like just see like the garage background. So in like a year or 2 from now, when things look better, I'm gonna be like, oh, humble beginnings. So yeah, we're based in the US. Do I sell shampoo? No, not as of yet, I guess. I haven't really put much thought into it, but I'm sure at some point, maybe we'll get a shampoo and conditioner, maybe we won't. So it's always, you know, I'm open to the possibility, but as of right now, we do not have a shampoo or conditioner. The only product that I'm going to be listing or offering from the launch is my high hold matte finish hairstyling clay. Okay, and if you guys want to check out the details, you can just go to my website, Kovras.com, and learn about all the details about the product. Right? So Kuras, it's a high hold matte finish. Right? High hold natural matte finish. Again, all natural, hair healthy. It's a treatment for your hair. It nourishes your hair at the same time of styling it, right? And there's no toxic ingredients. There's no parfum. There's no petroleum. There's no peg. There's no gluten. There's no dyes. There's no phthalates. There's no sulfates. There's no nada. No nada that's bad for you. No nada. No nada that's bad for you. Everything is hair healthy. Literally, like, I see other brands that are attempting to be hair healthy, and when I look at the ingredients, and then I see one or two ingredients that are like not hair healthy because they're like preservatives or whatnot, I'm like, then you're not fully hair healthy, bro. Like, you've got stuff in your products that aren't good for people's hair, and then you're like promoting it as hair healthy, but it's like, bro, come on. It's not hair healthy. Let's stop playing games here, please. So, you know, I get a little heated sometimes because I don't like people deceiving other people, right? I despise that, right? God despises people who are evil and deceive other people. And when you're deceiving people who are literally providing your income and your existence, your life, right? Your well-being, and you're deceiving these people, it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, please, like, be honest. Be honest with your marketing. Have integrity with your marketing. That's all that's what I'm looking for, right? And that's why on my jar, there's literally a Bible verse on my jar. You guys can see it. It's on my website too in one of the photos. It's 1 Corinthians 10:31. It says, "Whether therefore ye eat or drink or whatsoever ye do, do all to the glory of God." Right? So it's like, no matter it basically means whatever you're doing in life. Paul is saying, I don't care if you're riding your bike. I don't care if you're eating your food. If you're drinking water. I don't care if you're putting labels on a mailer. I don't care if you're on a live stream on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok. I don't care what you're doing. Whatever you do it for the glory of God, right? Because we're supposed to be, as God's creation, expanding the kingdom of God here on earth. So if we're not doing that, then what are we doing, right? And so when I look at other brands claiming to be hair healthy and then they have toxic ingredients in their products that are supposed to be hair healthy, it's like, you are not serving the people that God has given you correctly. And that frustrates me as someone who wants to do that. But that's why I'm here, I guess. That's why God has put me here too, probably, to help with that, to fix that. And so that's the way that I see it, right? And not to hate on anybody, because I know people's intentions, especially at first, are amazing, but then they start making money and then they change. And, you know, I've been blessed my entire life, and I'm happy with what I have, and I want other people to feel the blessings and the happiness that I feel right now. So that's why I do what I do, and that's why I love what I do. And, you know, that's why when you look at my comment section, you see how many barbers comment and they're just like haters, like, why does anybody like your haircut suck? Like, why does anybody follow you? Da, 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 da. I'm just like, that's such a lack mentality when you're gonna hate on me instead of focusing on your own craft to get better and build your own clientele for barber. Like, I'm not even a barber. I'm not even licensed. I don't do this. Like, I don't make money as a barber. I'm just a guy who loves cutting his own hair and has been doing so since 2008, since I was 13 years old, right? I turned 30 in a couple months, right? Does it look like it? Probably not. But guess what? I'm doing what God's called me to do. And no comment is gonna tell me to not fulfill the assignment that God's put in my life. So I'm not, you know, I ignore it. Let's see. I wish some people don't put their names, so it's like Fa 12 Dar. What's going on, man? Desired beard length and best to maintain. Probably for me, it's probably like a number 1 guard, and then leads into like a 2 or a 3 by the chin. So like a 1 on the sides that leads into like a 2 or a 3 on the chin, with like a little fade here that connects to a nice haircut. I'd say it's probably nice. Beard tips, beard balm. We need a beard balm. Okay, I could definitely work on something like that for you guys. If there's enough people that want it, I'm more than happy to create it and work and create a formula that works, right? A healthy beard formula. Now, what's interesting is if you also have beards, you guys can put this on your beard the same way you put it on your hair, right? Like I use this to moisturize my scalp. Maybe that's why my scalp's been a lot better in a lot of these videos, because I also put this on my hair as well, and it moisturizes my scalp while styling it. So I also have a medium hold and a low hold that I'm currently creating, which I also use as well. So you guys will get more info on that at some later dates, but first we're focusing on Organic Clay, the high hold matte finish. But yeah, you could definitely rub this product. You can definitely rub this product on your beard, and I guarantee you it will be helpful for your hair. Just like your hair here, it's beneficial and healthy for your hair here, it'll be beneficial and healthy for your hair here as well, right? Obviously, it's a high hold, so if you're not looking for a high hold and you want something like soft and light, I've got a low hold medium. I got a medium and a low hold product eventually coming out. I'm still working on the formulas, but I'm really happy with how they're going so far, how it's coming together. But yeah, that's a good one, a beard balm. Beard balm, for sure, for sure. And then I know my girlfriend wants me to make a curling cream. my girlfriend's got curly hair, so she wants me to make her a healthy curl cream option, which I think is a great idea. But I have no idea how, and I have to figure out how to do that, and I know that's gonna take probably like a year for me to figure out. So curl cream, that's something on my idea list as well. What other products would you guys like? Yeah, feel free to leave them in the comments right now. Just let me know what other products would you like to have, because I've got a high hold matte finish that I'm offering in the next few weeks. I got a medium hold matte finish coming, a low hold matte finish coming, and then my girlfriend wants the curl cream, and then he said beard balm, and then I think somebody else mentioned shampoo. Anything else that you guys would like to see that's actually, that fits your hair routine whenever you're styling, or I guess just hair care in general, because that's kind of what I'm creating. It's a hair care brand at the same time. So whether it's styling or whether it's just like nourishing your hair and scalp, that's kind of the goal, right? It's everything about like scalp and hair nourishment. So I'm treating and styling at the same time. It's a treatment and a styler. I remember, I think it was was it Tim Cook? No. He's the current Apple guy. What's his name? Steve Jobs. When Steve Jobs created the iPhone, he was like, it's an MP3 player, and he listed like a few other things. He was like, it's an MP3 player, it's a phone, and it's something else. And he just said that like a million times until the world understood what he meant. So it's like, for me, it's like, it's a treatment and it's a styler all in one. So, tell me what other products on the market are treatments that actually treat your hair and style it at the same time. Here we go. We're almost done this batch. I think that's 200 mailers that I've got here about to be done. That's 200. Where are we at? Did I have another question? Salon Salvino says, hello. Hello. Welcome to the live. What's going on? I'm just here putting on my fragile labels on all of my mailers, right? I've got my jars coming in the mail for my hair clay. I've got all my big shipment of jars are coming in. Right, limited supply because it took over a month to get here, but I got those coming in on Thursday, and then I'm looking to launch the product on Tuesday, August 26th. So we're looking for Tuesday, August 26th to launch, and that's why I'm here preparing, because proper preparation produces peak performance. Right, and we're hashtag molded by God. Hashtag molded by God. Hamid Rezaskari says hi. Hello. Welcome to the live. What's going on? Fa asks, what is your current beard length, Alex? It's probably a number 3 guard. Number 3? Yeah, because I used the 2 lever open, last week? So it's probably like a 3 lever open right now. So maybe like 10 millimeters. It's probably about 10 millimeters right now, give or take. Almost done. How long's it been? Oh wow, it's been an hour and 40 minutes so far. Wow. That hasn't even felt like that. Come on. There we go. We're down to the last few here. We're down to the last few. Let's see. Any other questions? As soon as I finish these last, 15 or 10, I'm gonna go have lunch. This is the first meal of my day at about 12 o'clock. Because I intermittent fast for about 18 hours every day. So then I'll have lunch at 12 and then dinner at 5:30. And then I don't have breakfast at all. I skip breakfast completely. I don't eat breakfast. And then I have a nice lunch, and then I have a nice dinner as well. So I have a 5 to 6 hour window of eating every day. And then today's my day off from working out, so I don't work out today on Sunday. Yeah, I think I saw something. Do you lift? Huncho says, do you lift, bro? Yeah, absolutely I lift, but I don't go to a gym. I've been working out in my garage. Wow. When did I start? September of 2023. Wow, almost 2 years. I started working out September 26th of 2023, right? I have it listed on my Instagram. On my pinned photo, it says the date. I think it was September 26th, 2023. Yeah, and it's been almost 2 years since I started working out. I lost 20 pounds. I went from 18% body fat down to 9, 10. I'm 9 or 10% body fat right now. Yeah, and I work out here in my garage. I'm literally standing on my workout mat. I've got my weights. I've got my weights right here. Each one of these is about 35 pounds. So I press. I do bicep curls with 35 pounds. I do push-ups. I do all types of stuff here on my mat. And I work out 5 to 6 days a week. I only work out for 23 minutes every day, 5 days a week. That's it, 5, 6 days. 23 minutes max. Why, you ask? Because I don't want to work out for longer. and I don't think I need to. So, you know, I got my six pack. I'm healthy. I've got a low body fat percentage. I'm a good healthy weight. I'm athletic. I'm fit. I'm fast. I have stamina. I can run. I can sprint. So yeah, I don't really need to work out. Working out is really just to build muscle, and I'm a pretty strong guy. Even though I don't look like it, at least maybe not right now, but I'm a fairly strong person. Obviously, I can lift 35-pound dumbbells, and I'm like 139 pounds. Is this the last one? No, one more. We got one more. And then I'll show you the mountain that I've done so far. He said, get a membership. No, thank you. Nah, especially not in this area. No way I'm getting a membership. What? Why get a membership? Listen, you know what's important to me? Having time. I used to, when I first moved to Florida, I used to have a gym membership, and I would go almost every day. But the problem is, it was 15 minutes to get there, 15 minutes to get back, and I'd be there for about half an hour. So we're talking over an hour and what, 15 minutes? Or an hour, over an hour, just to go work out, when I can literally just walk into my garage and spend 22 minutes and then be right back up into my house to take a shower real quick and then go about my day. Like, I save about 45 minutes to an hour every single day that I work out, just by working out here at home. What more do you need? Literally, I don't need a gym membership. I used to go to the gym for years. For years. It's such a waste of time. And I don't need the motivation because I motivate myself, so it's all good. But I appreciate it. That was a good joke. What's it called? Here we go. Ready? We went from a big roll. We went from a big roll down to a small roll, all in one live stream. So we're at like what, an hour and 50 minutes almost, hour 45. Went from a big roll down to a small roll. And so here we are with let me just fix the cameras here. Let's go here, let's go here. Let's go here. You can see, and you can see, hopefully, can you see? One sec. Oh, I got my machine in the way. Sorry, I got my filling machine in the way. Let me get this out the way here. All right, there it is. So this is what I've been doing for the past 2 hours almost. Putting the labels on all these mailers. And then I got each one of these boxes here, which you guys can't see. Let me pull it out. I gotta be careful with this. Alright, each one of these boxes is loaded with these guys. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more boxes of these. So there's thousands of these guys. So I did about 200 in that 2-hour time period. So now I'm gonna go have lunch. I'll take like a little, break for a couple hours, and then I'll jump back on the live afterward, and I'll continue because I want to get at least, I don't know, how many should I get? 400, 500? Probably like 4 or 5. I'll probably do like 500, give or take. So I need to charge my phones too, so I need to jump on, charge my phones, and then I'll jump back on in a little bit. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I'm gonna jump back on probably in a couple hours. Let's say, what is it, 11:50? Sometime between maybe 2 and 3 p.m. So I'll jump on sometime between 2 and 3, and then I'll do it for another couple hours, and then I'll have dinner. And then we'll be good to go for the rest of the day. So thank you to everyone that jumped on the live while we were on. If you want, I'll be back in a couple hours, and we can have some more conversations and continue to get these mailers going. So thank you all so much for joining. If you guys have any questions about my product and my new brand and my product launch, I'm looking to launch my new product, my hairstyling product, on Tuesday, August 26th. This is probably going to be the best hair product in the world for hair health and actually styling it at the same time. There's only 6 ingredients, all natural, hair healthy, made with great ingredients. All the research articles on each ingredient is listed on my website. You guys can go to Kuras.com, Kovras.com, to check out the entire product, all the ingredients. It's made here, handmade by myself, here in my garage and my kitchen in my house. It's handmade. It's not made in some manufacturing facility with, who knows, God knows what's going on in there. You know exactly what you're getting. You know exactly how to cut your own hair and save money. And this I'm passionate about. If you guys want to check it out, just go to my website. It's also linked in my bio as well, in my link tree, or just go to Kuras.com to check it out and learn more about the product, launching in a couple weeks. So thank you so much. God bless you all, and I'll see you in a couple hours. Bye.